Shalom. Starting off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who are Lord is true from. And Shalom to elect out there. Today's title of this lesson will be Pestilence. And this goes out to you Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. Once again, today's title of this lesson will be Pestilence. So I have a quick New York Post news article, and it reads, new sexually transmitted fungal infection detected in NYC. The first case in the U.S. Let's read on down. It says health experts are warning of a new and highly contagious fungal strain after an NYC man in his 30s developed a sexually transmitted form of ringworm, the first reported case in the U.S. It says healthcare providers should be aware that TMV is the latest in a group of severe skin infections to have now reached the United States, said Dr. Avram S. Kaplan, an assistant professor in NYU Grossman School of Medicine Dermatology Department. It says Kaplan co-authored a case study published Wednesday about an unidentified New Yorker who became infected with TMV with a rash appearing on his rod, buttocks, and limbs. Let's read on down. It says cases of TMV have been on the rise in Europe, especially in the men who have sex with men. The man in the new case study has visited England, Greece, and California. He reported having sex with men during his travels, none of whom disclosed similar skin issues. And we do know this is an abomination. Sodomy is at an all-time high right now. Men sleeping with men and women sleeping with women. And we do know that this STD, this newly transmitted disease, is judgment from Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai. He put judgment on these so-called Skittle people because we know the Lord is displeased with this. He does not condone, he does not permit sodomy. This is an evil act. This is abomination, and this is wickedness. The Lord hates these things, and we also do hate these things. We hate seeing this foul behavior go on each and every day. Let's get a quick precept while I'm at it. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 22, and it reads, "Thou shalt not lie with mankind, as with womankind it is an abomination." Let's read the Good News translation. It says, "No man is to have sexual relations with another man. The Most High hates that." Let's read that again one more time. It says, "No man is to have sexual relations with another man. The Most High hates that." And that's plain upon the table. That's simple. For all you skittle people saying the Lord, you could come to the Lord is still going to accept you the way you are. The Lord doesn't look at that. The Lord looks at all of this. This is foul behavior to the Lord. This is abominations. We have to also remember the time of Lot, when Lot was living in Sodom and Gomorrah. What was going on then? What was going on back then is going on now. Sodomy is at an all-time high right now. Men sleep with men. That's why the Lord had to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, because all that foul acts, all the abomination that was being taken place in Lot's time. And we already know Babylon the Great, which is America, will be destroyed also. All these foul and wicked acts, all these abominations, filth is but to come to a stop. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is but to put a heavy judgment upon this place. Let's read this again one more time. It says, "Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination." Good News translation. It says, "No man is to have sexual relations with another man. The Most High hates that." And that's plain upon the table and spot on. Let's keep on moving. I also have another article, and I also have two videos to bring these articles out. We're just reading for a little bit more information. It says, CDC warns of increased dengue fever risk across the U.S. It says this year, the incidence of dengue fever globally has been the highest on record, as nations report increasingly hot temperatures, ideal for mosquitoes that spread dengue to hatch. It says right here, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention issued a health advisory Tuesday alerting authorities, healthcare providers, and the public of the increased risk of dengue fever infections in the United States. The alert comes as an unexpectedly higher number of dengue fever cases have been reported across the nation, according to the CDC. So we see, man, the Lord is sending these plagues, and we know the plagues are not slack, and we're going to keep seeing these things increase and increase. We're already knowing there's big talks about this bird flu. There's a rise in STDs, monkeypox, and also disease X, also many more diseases to come. So the Lord is minding his place, just like he said, and we see these things increase each and every day. So I have a quick two videos to show you guys, and then we'll dive into the lesson. All right, here we go. All right, let's get started.
Professionals are getting the word out about a sexually transmitted form of ringworm that's newly made its way into the U.S. So far, there's one reported case, and it is here in New York. CBS 2's Christy Kalishian shares what doctors know so far.
It's an infection that comes from the same fungus linked to conditions you may know of, like ringworm, jock itch, and athlete's foot.
What makes this case a little bit different is it is a type of ringworm that can cause more inflammatory type lesions, and it can occur in the groin area or the genital area.
Dr. Avram Kaplan led the study and authored a report published in the journal JAMA Dermatology earlier this week on Trichophyton mentagrophytes type 7, or TM7. It's a sexually transmitted infection that can appear like this in the groin area and can be itchy. So far, the one reported case in the U.S. is in New York City. A man in his 30s, the report says.
It was reported in a journal, which tells you that it's new. We're still learning about it. Because it's just this one case, I think we're really starting to understand how could this have happened.
The study says the patient noticed itchy lesions after a trip to England, Greece, and California, where he said he had sex with multiple male partners. Cases popped up last year in France. Earlier ones were linked to those in contact with sex workers in Southeast Asia.
If they have a persistent itchy or painful lesion or eruption around the genital area of the buttocks, that's when they should be seeking medical advice.
The rash could be mistaken for other conditions. If left or improperly treated, it could lead to infection. Doctors say it is treatable thanks to antifungal therapies. City Health Commissioner Dr. Ashwin Vasan says the doctor's office is always judgment-free.
Shame always gets in the way of getting healthy. So I would say never feel ashamed to go reach out to your doctor.
Doctors say communicating with your partner about having conditions like this is key in preventing the spread. Christy Kalishian, CBS 2 News.
Cases of dengue virus are now reported this week in Broward and Miami County.
Dengue fever is passed through the bite of a mosquito, and it has made its way into Florida, and cases are rising. There is currently no treatment, and the pain can be quite severe, which is why it's also called break bone fever, because both the muscle and joint pain can be excruciating. It is important to note to not take ibuprofen for this pain, because dengue fever can increase your risk of internal bleeding, and taking ibuprofen can increase this risk further. Tylenol is an option, and you should talk to your doctor if you need stronger pain medication. Other symptoms can include fever, nausea and vomiting, and rashes. Please take the proper precautions to decrease your risk, such as wearing insect repellent and wearing clothes with more skin coverage.
All right, man. So as you can see in the videos, man, the Lord is getting real. He's getting real busy right now. You know, he's sending all type of plagues upon the earth right now. You know, different type of pestilence is hitting these people hard. And we go see these things increase each and every day. And the Lord is getting busy. The Lord is putting judgment out. And we see these things right before our eyes. So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. And it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and evil and of pestilence. And that's what the true men of the Lord, the prophets, the men of the Lord are prophesying about today. They're on the highways and byways, and they're also making these video epistles constantly, warning our people of war and the evil and of pestilence. And we've seen all these things right now. We've seen the war increasing, the wars in the air, the war drums are beating. And we do know that also that World War III is getting brewed up. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's putting all the pieces lining up, you know, so these things could happen. You know, war is inevitable. World War III is inevitable, and it will happen. And we also warn about all of the wars over here in America that's about to pop off. You know, civil war, race wars, class wars, and gender wars. You know, civil unrest. You know, all of these things are coming down the pipeline. We also keep constantly warning our people. You know, warning you of these things, warning you of these impending dangers. And it says it's evil and of pestilence. And we were seeing evils. You know, we are headed into evil days. Evil days lie ahead of us. You see evil every day. You know, evils are being increased. Evil and wickedness is being multiplied each and every day. There's increased violence, you know, increased murder, increased criminal activity is at an all-time high right now. We're seeing pestilence. We're seeing a rise in disease, infection, and sickness. So we've seen all these things. You know, the Lord says to look out for. We've seen every one of these things right now. And the true men, Lord, are prophesying day in and day out of these things. They are prophesying the downfall of Babylon, which is America, and they're prophesying all the horrors and dangers and tribulation to come. Let's read this again. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 20, verse 8. And it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and evil and of pestilence. Let's keep on moving. Slide real quick. Let's get this. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15. And this is verse 5. It reads, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Let's get verse 6. It says, For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And all you see, as you look around, all you see is wickedness and evil. Wickedness, evil is all you see right now. It has reached its limit. That's why the Lord is about to put heavy judgment upon his place. All the evil and wickedness is about to come to end. All the sodomy, all the abominations, all the filth is about to come to end. The Lord is about to put heavy judgment on his face of the earth right now. In America, it's going to get hit hard with this judgment. And we are constantly telling our people, we constantly warning you so-called Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, seek your true power. Seek the God of the Bible. Seek the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Our true power, the God of the Israelites. Because if you don't, you will perish and you will be seeking death in the days to come. The Lord is not but to keep putting up with all this evil, wickedness, all this abominations that go on. He's tired of this. And he's but to release heavy judgment upon his place. Let's read this again. Let's go back real fast. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 5, and it reads, Behold, the Lord saith, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Verse 6 again, it says, For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Let's hop down. Let's hop down to verse. We still in 2 Ezra, the book of 2 Ezra, but we hop down to verse 49. And it reads, I will send plagues upon thee. Widowhood. A lot of people about to lose their spouse. A lot of people about to lose their loved ones. Poverty. People are facing financial hardship right now. A lot of people are getting laid off from their jobs. A lot of people are about to be homeless. Famine. There's about to be a scarcity of food, and the farmers are also worrying of a big food shortage coming. So you already know what that's going to lead to, chaos and havoc, desperation of the people. And that will also lead to what? Cannibalism. Cannibalism also come back in a big way, and it says sword. And what is the modern day sword today? These guns and any killing instrument. We've seen everybody snagged up on guns and ammo, for that time of trouble we are heading into. And also says pestilence. We've seen a rise in pestilence. Disease, sickness, and infections is at an all-time high right now. So the Lord is getting busy. He's sending these plagues nonstop. We've seen things left and right. And it says to waste that house with destruction and death. And that's what we're coming into, destruction and death. We're going to see a lot of these things happen. The Lord is getting busy. He's moving the chess pieces. He's getting things done. And we're seeing these things right before our eyes. The prophecies are lining up. The prophets are hopping off the pages. And we all know we're heading to a time of tribulation and a time of sorrow, a time never seen before we're coming into. Let's read this again. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 49. And it reads, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy house with destruction and death. Let's keep on moving. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16, verse 8, and it reads, The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? And nobody can drive them away. The Lord's but to keep sending these plagues constantly, and they're going to increase, all type of plagues, all type of new pestilences, disease and sickness is going to hit the people, bird flu, STDs, There's also a lot of talks again about this monkeypox, disease X, and we also have more diseases to come. So all these things, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's sending these plagues upon earth, and he's going to constantly send these things. He's going to repeatedly send these things. Wicked people keep doing wicked things. They're not seeking the Lord, not fearing the Lord. So the Lord is going to keep sending these plagues. A lot of these plagues want to wipe a lot of people. It's going to destroy a lot of people out. We know this STD, this newly transmitted disease, this TMV, the Lord is putting heavy judgment on these Skittle people. The Lord is really going to wipe these people out. They keep doing wickedness. They keep doing evil. They keep taking part in these abominations. You will be destroyed and you'll be wiped out. And so-called our people, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites, you keep taking part in these abominations. You keep taking part in solving the war. The Lord will wipe you out. Remember what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. All these foul acts they were committing back then, they're committing now. And the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, just like he will destroy, America, which is Babylon the Great. And if you're still taking part of these things, the Lord will destroy you. He will, wipe you out, delete you in these days to come. So let's read this again. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16, verse 8. And it reads, The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? And nobody. So I hope this lesson is edifying. Till next time I say, Shalom.